And good evening, we are back inside Grand Trad as we carry on our playthrough of Metaphor Refantazio live and exclusive to YouTube. I'm your host, Swishball, with the remainder of the evening, and good evening, Caesar. I'm doing very well, thank you, though it's actually started snowing out there, would you believe? It's earlier than normal, it's freezing cold, so you may see me do something I've not done for a while tonight. Go and turn my heater on. Also, good evening to Avian, see you there. Welcome to the Streets of the Prairie. For all you people out there, of course, the chat box is over in that direction, this direction. It's on the site, use it. But for now, we are getting ready to go after our hunt, which apparently is not a demon. And we've got to try and impress people, so let's see what Stroll has to say.
True.
If the guard captain is struggling with his bounty, then I say it's the perfect target for us. I don't think many would take it out from under us, but you may as well grant the request besides. Make it official. Ah, right, so that's the first thing I have to do. Go to the desk and take my mission. Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of youth. That's rich. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as a king. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a great age. One with years' experience. And yet some upstart schoolchildren like you and Louis dare to... It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you'd like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. Suppose he's a candidate too. Hey, would it be alright if I accepted the bounty contract for Heist May? Heist May? You sure you can handle that? You can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. You're an odd one, alright. Either that or you're just green. Head to Matara. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Yep, so rank 4 for this one. We don't have a deadline, and wow, it gets us 100,000. Mira, that's insane. I wonder what level he's at then. It seems quite high, that. Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now. And the game's taking control. As I say, it is literally snowing as we speak out there right now, Caesar.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about.
I mean, I admire Stroll's plan here. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all sorted. So what is it? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Give us the details. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. It's sorted. Let's go. It's the kind of bluff I tried 20 years ago. And it didn't work, trust me. But yes, winter is indeed coming, Avian. Yes. And as our transport network is useless in the winter, I'm going to work from home tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
Do I sense that Hulkenberg's doing the same kind of bluff back to us? So we've bluffed on the target and she's bluffed on the ride. I'm calling that now.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
I mean, that expression is totally not sus at all, is it? You'll soon see for yourself. It's fine.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Oh, that was quick. Nice bit of jump cut. So the opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow. We should probably stay inside and rest today. Yep, so I'm not allowed to. If I try and go outside, I'm going to get the Morgana treatment. Watch this. Oh, even worse. We're not even told. He has to do it himself. Oh god. Flashbacks to the arc involving Okamura for that one.
I wonder what kind of crowd is going to be at the opening ceremony tomorrow. Thinking about it's got me a little excited.
And probably not for the best there, Gallica, it must be said.
Well met, eh?
Hey, will you be staying this in for some time?
Yeah, so you like it here too? Then you're one of us. Well, wherever it is you end up going, be sure to come see Maria and Fabian again. Not it's really my concern, but those two seem to like you a lot.
Which means, I wonder if that means I can actually hang out with Maria now.
Fancy a bit of info?
Yeah? What is it you want to know?
Ah, we've not got any on our mystery guy. That's annoying.
In on this?
Why is there an Ishika in a tavern like this, you ask? Simple. It's because the owner here is quite the looker. I jest. Put that threatening glare away. I make my living selling information. Publicly, I'm just a wanted man.
There's a man in demand, apparently, people.
Hey!
I asked Fabienne for a map of Matsura, and she gave me the one from Grace's personal effects. It covers all the main roads. I may have found one in town, but the military map always has more details.
Yeah.
Fabienne continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive, overturned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive my mutterings, just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with.
It's hard to not be surprised when you're not giving us any information.
Hello?
Well, I've decided I'm travelling to Briarhaven. It's much too boring to spend my days at the inn. I'm going to go see that so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elder. You do well to see the world too someday. He's not wrong, but I get the feeling that that option is going to open up in a while. We're not going to be seeing the world for some time. You can save now. Thank you. Feels really sluggish to save for some reason.
What?
This is Hulkenberg's room. She'll get angry if you go without permission. I haven't seen Maria since I came back from the recruitment center. I wonder if something's wrong. Nope, we still can't hang out with Maria, which is annoying because she's the healer. And I've got healer maxed out. But I can't do anything to develop it further.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Oh. Can we do anything here? Yeah, the game's basically given me sod all to do. Right. In the best spirit of Persona 5.
Let's go to bed.
Yes, cue the triggered audience now twitching at hearing that command all the time. And then when I try to go to the bedroom, he won't listen to my command. Right, go on then. Let's check the bed.
The bed is simple and clean, but has an aroma that reminds me of a clear, sunny day. Maybe it's time to call it a night.
Good night.
Rest well.
11 degrees. I wish it was that warm now.
Can I come in?
Ah, Maria. She actually wants a conversation.
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Aww. Go on, let's go with the really, it's okay, I'll keep you secret mode.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Pavel was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
Atlas, don't do this to me. Stop doing the Nanako vibes from Persona 4. That's really annoying.
This one's important.
Oh. Right, okay. Apparently we need to regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
No, Flynn's really popular. Everyone just wants to come in his room at night. It's crazy.
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do actually, yes. I noticed you right away.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
Oh yeah, that's right, people. We're reading the banned books. The firefighters are going to come to burn them all now, for those of you who've seen that film.
You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
It's your soul at risk.
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Of course, in reality, you can say whatever you like to the public, get a public office, and then say, we don't have the budget to accommodate that proposal, so we're going to have to shelve that bill, and we're going to have to move that act of statute back, and we're going to have to renegotiate the figures we're looking to bring into play. It's been a problem plaguing British politics for 30 years.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So let's see what happens at this ceremony then. I'm intrigued. Oh, Falame, nice.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Whoever she is, welcome Lady Juna, I guess. Princess Zelda, is that you? Tell me I'm not the only one seeing that.
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be let my wish echo. What's that song? Falling on the shore.
That feels like it was written by AI. It was the laziest rhyming I've ever seen. That was lazy as anything. The performance and the vocals was fine, but the lyrics were awful. And also those like sparkly wannabe idol eyes that they've given her as well. Yeah, so what is happening now? You tell me, Avian. I really don't know.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
The Flames of
Ladies
Judgment.
and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
Oh wow, now here come the fireworks even, jeez.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido.
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly.
Then why are you here? If you're not contending the throne, piss off.
Force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me.
If you're not going to contend, get out of the tournament.
Fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Ian and Mr. Jack. The GT4 thing wasn't a stream. I did it offline, so no one watched it live because it wasn't live. Welcome, now, mate. Good evening to you.
At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
Ooh, that's interesting.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
All right. for those Count Louis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Louis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Ah, him.
Him? So he was one of Louis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Louis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Wow, that's an evil trope, isn't
Quite
it?
all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions.
And yes,
The
Alistair
great
Jack, they
liberal
are
merchant,
awesome.
It's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden.
Interesting.
Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life. It's Loveless O'Shea.
We got a hippie.
Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Ouch, Gallica, jeez. Go 9 million degrees with the roaster.
I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
Yes, Flynn, you're up there. What the hell?
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
We are playing the pauper to the prince, people, in this game.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hang on, who set that arbitrary rule?
going on?
If you've not got a car, you get disqualified.
Nitwit! What is he doing?
What nitwit? There's the bell.
So, contestants, are you ready?
Are we riding on like an elephant or something?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
No, we've got a ship.
A land runner?
It's quick.
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash. Whoa!
That's one way to make an impact.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right. I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
And may the odds be ever in your favour.
We must take to the road.
Come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
I mean, that's one way to travel, I suppose. It gained us 800 in the ranking. And it stand out much more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I only considered it as part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa, what's this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
So this one along the main road then, the others seem to be doing as much.
You're just as crazy as this runner.
I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now, let's have some coordinates for a little test run.
What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, or Castletown, I think. There should be a slight way south.
Okay, so I think this is our location.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Matira, here it is.
Down to Matira, eh? On this crass legs, I'd say it'll be about 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Bloody good. Now cinch those britches, old chaps. Full steam ahead to Matira, old castle town. Yes, I can bring back my aged general voice for this guy.
This is amazing. I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
I gotta say, I am kind of, like, jealous of his really interesting handlebar moustache reverse beard. Normally you get the handlebar into the moustache, whereas he's got the actual beard going underneath. That's unique. I also imagine it'd be extremely annoying when it comes to getting a tickle right underneath your nostrils, though.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
I mean, that's one way to do fast travel, isn't it, people? Meanwhile, interestingly...
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
Like I said, I love the expression he's got there, but this is one hell of a gambit from Hulkenberg. Well, the prince is kinda not available, so... Why don't we take it for a joyride? No one's gonna know, it's gonna be fine.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean... Well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
A little bit creative license.
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! This mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
I mean, embezzling, yes. Mania, maybe, but disrespect? That's royal excess that all royalty around the world aspire to. Have you never seen them playing polo? Have you never seen them shooting pheasants? They'd be all over this. They'd be delighted. There's no disrespect here, Hulkenberg. Take that back.
Mercy, please. Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Value runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
It was His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Well, that's one way to get him to cooperate.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
Yeah, I agree there, Caesar. The voice acting is fantastic. I mean, Stroll is actually voiced by the guy who did Dion in Final Fantasy 16, and quite a lot of the actors from what I've seen have done a lot of things like British TV shows and things like that, so a lot of them are stage actors and things, so I think that's why the voice acting is such high bar.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. He has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
Yep, and that's why he's going to die by inches. No, he's going to die by millimeters.
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely.
He probably has a monster reputation. We've captured a monster, he's the head of the reputation. We complied with the rules perfectly. Spoken like a Weasley insurance person who finds clauses to exploit by day. No judging.
Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Yeah, I agree, Avian. Getting rid of this supposed man is very much an excellent plan for the world.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the Gauntlet Runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Gallica's got that resignation about her, hasn't she? Yep, so Gauntlet Run has various areas for different activities, the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. We can also visit Academia and find him more and interacting with him. And let's visit the engine room to take time and look away around. So we need to go to the engine...
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kinda want to see what the engine room is like. Wow, this is quite the Gauntlet Runner, though the driver makes me a little nervous.
Yes, we are aboard the Gauntlet Runner, and as you say, is there a mechanic class? It's possible, Avian, because after all, we've got the merchant, we've got the soldier, we've got the knight, we've got the mage, we've got the healer. It definitely makes sense to me.
The runner makes a smooth ride, at least. Eccentricities aside, he's certainly earned his title as a court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions.
The carriage can't begin to compete with a Gauntlet Runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Ah, so it's Yuffie and Cloud all over again. Who gets motion sickness most? Here's the kitchen.
Got it.
But we don't have the materials. In fact, very bombastic music here, isn't it? And I'm guessing this is where we can store food ingredients.
There's some pristine clear water and Morricone meat.
I wonder who you left him here. I could use this for cooking. Hey, we found loot. It even has loot for us, Avian. This game knows me so well.
Wow, so this room's made for bathing. Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a bath?
Now that I could get used to. I call first dip.
Hey!
Were you just going to straight up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable!
Really?
It's a bathing room.
On to mention, no running water yet. Working on it.
Ugh, unacceptable. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's not much more pressing than needing to use the bathroom, Flynn. If you need to go, you need to go. I was half expecting it to be like in Persona 4 and Persona 5, where you could go into the bathroom and then get given some prompts about things you can do. Oh, we've got a bookshelf. Here's one for you, Avian.
It's Nuret's personal collection of books. They're too technical for me to understand. There are a lot of books lined up.
Yeah, so we found your favorite room aboard the Land Moravian. Oh, check it out. We have Japanese capsules. We have a capsule hotel on board. That I did not expect. Oh, wow.
What's this?
Beneath this cloth, it seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for.
I know exactly what it's used for. It's cannons. But yes, check it out. There's the view. And you can actually see our machine running around, going in a gigantic circle.
I wonder.
Seems like we really have to inspect the inside closely.
And yes, we're being followed by creatures. So definitely let their imagination take control on this one. Let's go up on the deck. Yep, and here we are again. Up there's the pilot. As we stand on the prow.
I wonder.
I'm guessing this is the engine room.
This almost leads to the end of the gauntlet runner. It's like tiny to prevent accidental injury. How could it be over here?
Mind the rope, lad! Wouldn't want you going overboard!
Let's just stay away for now. There's a map showing the area surrounding our destination, Martira.
Yep, and that's where you can see our...
I wonder where we're at right now.
And as you can see, we've got all these. And we can change to go to a different one where we like.
It's a campground.
So we've got a few places that are out of sight. Then we've got... There are all the camp places we have.
But which one? It's your call.
Right, so the big question is, where's the engine room? Ah, here's the engine room. Ah, there's more. So he hides out here.
This?
Well, what makes this thing run?
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Wow, that thing scared me. Looks like the pipe's in here too.
On a runner phone. There's one in every room. Which means I can talk to you no matter when you want some privacy. I'll be there to offer you unsolicited advice. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magla crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beasts, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, and never stepped closer to my dream.
What dream?
Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights.
Never mind then. Maybe some other time.
Anyway, still plenty about the old girl as a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so stop thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Yeah, so you can travel towards your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner, utilize facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. We have to do fucking laundry in this game! It's a fantasy RPG and we gotta get bleeding scrubbing suds out of our clothes? Fuck that! You can also spend time with your allies while travelling, which may help improve your virtues at the end of the day. Your choice. At the end of the day, we have to go, so there's plenty of things we can do. Laundry? As if I'm gonna want to do sodding laundry. But yes, books, that's a good call. Very Persona 4, Persona 5 of it, that. In those games, you could read books and learn a lot of social stats. Meanwhile, there's the washing machine. It doesn't look like any washing machine I've seen before. No doubt it'll do something. Meanwhile, back here we have a broom.
Come on.
This tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Neurus modified to create the wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all lifting and bending over is sure to strengthen your legs, yeah? Ah, so if we clean the gauntlet, our HP increases. So we can raise our HP by cleaning... There's a flue box, but if I sat on it, I don't think I'd be able to move. Yeah, she'll be able to curl up like the kitty. And there's more, so we can go back to Academia if we want to. So, if you use the washing machine, is this MP, I'm guessing? It's Neurus' homemade washing machine. Washing clothes can sometimes cleanse the mind, too.
Yeah, we'll raise max MP. So you can raise your HP and MP stats by doing the laundry and sweeping the floor. That's just manual labor. When I do things like heavy duty cleaning and so forth, you know what happens? I don't raise my MP or HP. I get annoyed. I want to curl up and sleep.
Speaking of,
Neurus said that you got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Ah. Exactly, Avian. Yes, chores. Who wants to do that? I sure hell don't.
All right.
Oh, go on. Let's see what happens. Let's use the can.
Right.
You feel refreshed? I mean, it's not wrong. You know, sometimes it can be very refreshing to go and take it nice and smooth. Oh, you managed to go to sleep, have you? Ugh, I feel drunk.
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this another beast. Seems I need to learn to endure it. So he carries a big sword, has a loud mouth, bit of edgy humour, and nearly pukes on aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Cloud Strife in the party. Well, let's do some reading. The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books I can read are New World Travel Diary or Pride and Persuasion. Let's go with New World Travel Diary. We're on a journey. We'll start with that.
This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read together or by the window?
May gain more imagination.
Should I spend some time reading this book?
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There are so many things I've learned since we started traveling together.
That's right.
It's the same for me. You relate, huh? There's so much one needs to see firsthand to comprehend. Hey, Flynn. I know this time we're traveling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want.
That's right.
Me too. I know what you mean.
Yep.
Yeah! Learning about life and exploring new places. That's what I want. Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? Just teaching me and telling me things is great. I'm not really all that knowledgeable, though. If that's how you feel, though, I'm glad to tell you every insight I have. With everything we've been through recently, I've realized that knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop learning together. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday.
I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring up various ideas together with Gallica.
All right.
We got 4 notes of imagination, which has moved us closer to the second level, but we're nowhere near it yet.
There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Yes, so we're simulating a road trip, people. So we're in the desert camp. At night, the vast wilderness outside is constant in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gunner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While on encampment, you can use the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies.
3 days until we reach Matra. Our first night camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I got excited, but it'll be a long night, so I want to spend some time relaxing with someone. Phew, I didn't realize how long it's been since we took a well-earned break. Hey, what are you trying to do here? Doesn't seem like anybody has anything important to say. Maybe we could check in once again back in town.
Ah. So, rather usefully, Gallica our nav can also let us know if any of our social links, or our supporters as they're known in this game, are ready to have advancing conversations. That's useful. Meanwhile, I've got potential to raise either imagination or tolerance by hanging out with Stroll. No sign of Hulkenberg, she's somewhere. There's the campfire.
There were insects gathering by the campfire.
Yep.
Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway.
I should try and catch one. Yay, we caught a lummibee. Interesting, we've got an ingredient to cook. Yes, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Ah, so Hulkenberg has one as well, so we can choose where we go. Either hang with Stroll or hang with Hulkenberg. Or curl up and read more books. I know which one I'd do if I was really in the game. I'd be right in the library, curling up with books. Where else would it be? Oh, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, or inspiring tear-jerking? This run is such a guilty pleasure. Through credit to Rhodes Jewel, my tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly. Well, that's a story for another day. Off you go, better get your vortiwinks. Yep, so at some point we're going to get a true airship. Calling that now. We've got a land ship, we're going to get an airship. So I've not actually hung out with Hulkenberg in a while, not since we saw her former mentor.
Well met.
Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to travelling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hone my imagination. Okay, let's get it raised. This power we've awoken to. I've all sorts of questions, but I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance.
What do you make of that?
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power, as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said that people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why is it so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long? The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
Yay! We gained 4 notes of imagination again. We're getting closer to being beyond vapid people.
It's getting quite late, but we've a ways to go yet, so I'd very much like to continue chatting with you.
And then we don't see what they talk about because the game's gone very Danganronpa.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Spend time with someone in Danganronpa, you get told, I grew closer to this person today, and would you like to give them an item? And then you get to see the dialogue.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters have all exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road. Okay, Neurus?
We'll arrive in Marta in 2 days, huh? Alright, so what we'll do quickly is we will... save our game. So out of curiosity, what did other travellers get up to? Let's find out. So for a traveller, you can say how it might serve as a good reference if you're curious. And at the moment, it seems that most people... nobody else has spent time with supporters. Everyone has either done weapon maintenance, read from the bookshelf, discussed battle strategies, did laundry, or cleaned the runner. So no one has spent time with the crew. Right, I'm breaking that.
Hey.
Hey Flynn, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. Oh, never mind, you can't. That's why the sword's there. If you got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for our mind as it is for our battles. It increases courage, so that could be useful.
Do you want to hone your weapons with a stroll?
Go on then, why not? Right, let's have a look at your blade then. I'm a merchant, I throw money at people. You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here. But after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why. One day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What'll you do when the fight's over?
So that means...
I think I want to travel.
Oh, I see, I see.
To go where the wind takes you, I take it. That does sound nice. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people. Just like Luis.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree. But seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain. Truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Pah! Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know. To act with such conviction. How does one become so bold?
No.
I do have moments where I waver.
I suppose we all do. But you manage to keep a cool head when you do, unlike me. That's why you're our captain. I don't know about that, Stroll. If you knew me for real, you wouldn't say that such nice things about me. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up.
Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight, as well as increased my courage.
Now then.
Yay, we're now spirited.
Courage.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which followers' passions may be inflamed.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, sons! There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Should we get a closer look?
Interesting. Reminds me of the tree from Persona 1, this. For those of you who remember when I played Revelations Persona, to save our game we had to talk to a big tree. So I wonder if this is a reference back to Persona 1.
Oh wow, it's so pretty!
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead.
How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? And yes, Caesar, that's what I was thinking of, yeah, because it was, even though it was pink in the game, I'm pretty sure they used the word red or something like that. As I say, I'm stretching here, but it's the kind of thing that they'd throw in as a bone to their previous games.
I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here.
If your hypothesis is correct,
that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery.
Neurus pulled out a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him. Ah, so he's an engineer and an artist.
Hey.
Well, Neurus, how did you get so good at drawing?
Oh, my boy! Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it to all the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore.
So they're going for a Leonardo da Vinci kind of vibe with Neurus, aren't they? Hey, we got some loot though. I received Neurus's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and can accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who's never been there.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we get down to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place.
Thank you, Gallica. That's what I was thinking, to be honest.
The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh? A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification?
Precisely! And Gallica is a most precious creature as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off!
However?
turning our attention back to the tree. I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favourable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current colour portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
I don't mind free social stat boosts. That's perfectly fine by me. Keep them coming.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but you're not exactly hiding as a huge tank in the dune all of a sudden. I'm sure demons would be like, there's meat in that there craft.
We'll be in Martara the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martara is.
We've got something new in the memorandum, and I say at some point I will do an offline recording. And yes, Caesar, if only life was like that, eh? Getting free reputation boosts, free knowledge boosts, free courage boosts. It's not quite the same, is it? But yes, at some point I'm going to do an offline stream where I go through this, because you can't see it because my camera's in the way, unfortunately. I've kind of obscured it with my camera. But we've got 37% of the memorandum. So at some point I need to do an offline read-through, because I don't want to do it on stream. So it was cute the way that Gallica was like resting on Flynn's shoulder then for a second.
Phew, I didn't realize how long it's been since we took a well-earned break. Hey, what are you trying to do there? Doesn't seem like anybody has anything important to say. Maybe we can check in again once we're back in town.
Yeah, maybe we can. So I can do something with Stroll. I might also go and see if I can find the engineer.
Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked to the desert to reach the city.
Your thoughts?
Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure.
Fair point.
Of course. You no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night. Time and again, it helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to life on the road. So it'll be a long journey yet. Perhaps we better rest while we can.
Now, interestingly, the idea of following the star in the desert is not going to be a reference to anything by itself. However, Breath of Fire 3 had a mechanic where you had to cross the desert using the stars. And it was actually brilliant, but also quite tough when you were a kid. Yay, we got a Dream Eater moth this time. We're catching all the insects, people. Like moths to flame, and then we're plucking them out of the air. Oh dear, that was bad. I actually said that. I'm so sorry, people. That was bad. I actually said it. I said the line, moth to flame. No sign of Nuras. He's not around. So with that in mind then, because it'll raise us a start, we're going to go and spend the night with Stroll. We will take advantage of the books at some point, but for now...
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and are not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning the future, we can hone imagination. Let's do it. That's a fair point, actually, Avian. Yeah, the monsters may think that the land runner's too big and if they attacked it. Makes sense. So next up is Martara. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, who went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
What's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies.
Oh, I see.
I see. Try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well.
Then...
If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder, just how many more of these powers are still out there? I felt my imagination as grow as stroll and I discussed the challenges ahead of us.
Alright.
An extra 4 notes. Oh, I thought we were going to make it. We've just fallen short. Come now, it's too early to bed. Let's talk some more. Stroll and I talk for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I must say, that is getting kind of annoying. that same interaction. Oh, full anime scene. Wow. That style is old school as anything.
The desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green.
Was it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
Ah, we've been shot at. We're not the only ones with big ships, people.
My star is rising! Ah!
Oh, it's this prick.
Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
So are we about to watch something that I've not seen since Skies of Arcadia? Are we about to watch ships engage in battle in a JRPG? If so, that's kinda cool.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
starting out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
So, the crier's doing the whole roving reporter thing. Well, you can see that the battle's really hotting up here in the challenge to become king. They're trying to take each other out on the race, viewers. I'm guessing that's what he'll be doing on stage. He won't be doing it with a camera crew, obviously, but when he gets back to Grand Trad, that's exactly what he'll be doing, mark my words. Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Ooh, interesting. So this is a bit like SMT now. We can decide which way we go. I don't want this to be a false choice though, because I hate that in games. I hate a false choice. I want this to actually have a genuine impact on the story. We can either stand back and let them basically tear each other apart, or we can intervene. I talked last night about allies. So, unfortunately, we'll go in and be a good boy. Here we go.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Yeah, agreed, Caesar. False choices are not fun at all.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We
here to help. Withdraw, Gladel.
Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces?
Well, sorry, can't get into it now.
Red Cornland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You have profaned the sacred a second time. So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Gideon's monks are bored. Why did we let them board?
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Merchant!
Nice hit! That was perfect!
Are you prepared?
I can't attack all enemies. If I do that, I'll cause issues.
Behold my power!
For all that we strive for! Not now. Behold! We stand together!
It's up to you now.
Pierce through them!
Falkenberg's ploy
Resistance is
exposed a new
futile.
weakness.
What could you hope to achieve? Take this!
Don't underestimate me.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Yeah, well, I'm rich, so.
Nice hit! That was perfect!
Swordmaster! No, not this.
Tell you what, you can pass your turn for now.
Witness me, brethren!
Comrades, lend me your strength! There!
Go to his side. Know your place. Peasants!
Merchant!
Behold my power!
I will defeat you with the power of money.
Oh, power of heroes! Strike me if you dare!
What could you hope to achieve?
This is God's
Only a flesh wound.
Vitus power.
In the name
No
of
critical this time, but yeah, he's the.
Observe the enemy. Behold! We stand together! I see you!
Falkenberg got them right in their
Witness
weak
me,
spot.
brethren!
I'm gonna pay again.
This can't be. Tough one.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers.
kneel before me.
Take this!
This is nothing.
Take this!
Is that all?
Could do with this.
I'm obliged. Is everyone all right? There!
Got them right in their weak spot.
to go
Come forth, royal soul.
I'll decide that, matey, not you.
So, the faithful are broken before you. Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Okay, somehow that got rid of him.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Yep, Juna gets it. She knows that he's the media guy, and she's ready for it. There's an interesting comment there, Raven. You said the Mech Neura's voice reminds me a bit of Dr. Bree from Dragon Ball Z. I would comment, but I've never seen Dragon Ball. Don't at me, I know.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
What do you mean?
Surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot.
Speaking of Neura, have you seen how much he's rubbing in hands at Glee at the sight of Juna? He's absolutely head over heels for her.
So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Yes, it's not resay people for all you Persona 4 stands. That's not going to be an option here.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd no suspensions anywhere. You had Caden Workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
Okay, game, thank you very much for that one. Like that one. He's bowled over by the suspension. I know people who like cars who are like that. You mentioned how a car suddenly has, like, you know, push rod suspension versus pull rod. Get comfortable for the next 8 hours.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of Scroop, I suppose it falls to me.
I say, they've definitely given these characters a lot of angles about them. I really like that. They've made them a lot more dimensional than most.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
That's a flying ship. Is that Luis?
An airborne gauntlet runner.
He's actually finished it.
Also, that looks suspiciously like the egg carrier from Sonic Adventure.
Luis.
My Lord Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
Oh wow, this guy's really got that I'm not interested dull teen kind of thing, hasn't they? They don't much care. I'm an apathetic teenager, I don't give a shit. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Look at those eyes. And was that me when I was 14? Well, yes. Of course it was.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
I get the feeling revealing our master plan is not a good idea. If I said to help him, it'll get us closer. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the chaos answer.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
I don't know if we got any experience or anything for that fight. That's what really annoys me.
Darkness claims its dominion. The Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Until the Gauntlet Runner gets attacked by another Gauntlet Runner, but that's a whole other story.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Let's find out what's gone wrong with the ship.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
So in other words, Nereus wants to find his muse. I mean, at least his muse isn't violent and just drags him into a room to get writing. So he's got that advantage at least.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
Yes, well, that world apparently is getting closer with AI. Especially if you're Coca-Cola, who made one of the worst Christmas adverts in the world with AI. And I'm not making that up.
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Camiro when we get to Martira.
This one's
yep.
important.
So once we get to Martira, we need to be able to go and find a relic involving Murus. Okay. And I get the feeling that if we actually solve that quest, it might unlock another archetype, because that's what happened with the lady in Grand Trad. She gave us the merchant class.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage can never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies. I'm grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, The party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
So we parked in a cliff. Very villagey town.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Yeah, probably this guy was searching.
You're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Crigante Castle.
So we're literally playing all sides here. We're supporting Luis, we're opposing the Sanctists, now we're helping the Sanctists. We're doing everything we can to conjure as much support from as many different places as possible.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Thornton to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates' gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
But surely all fights have casualties.
I suppose. There is truth in that.
Hey, read the room, will ya?
Captain, you sure we can trust these strangers? These Bernie boarders are always in it just for the money.
Gallica wasn't impressed by that answer that I chose, then, was she?
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing an inn now with the moon sign. You can even say maybe it's moonshine.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Roasted larvae of a giant sandworm. In terms of a delicacy, I think he's being very generous.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Flavors of the innards. That's like having a turkey and leaving all the giblets inside. I don't think that's very appetizing.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Let's go with the shitpost answer.
It looks great.
Come now, they're offering us fine hospitality. 'Tis only right that we graciously savor it.
Yes, absolutely right. I'll be cheering you on. And, I'll see to the funeral plans.
Oh, thanks, Stroll. I barely bit into this, already felt a spray of something. Oh, God. Well, apparently it's not that bad.
Are you actually enjoying that?
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
If your dish starts to twitch, there's a problem here. I mean, yes, good question, see. Is it better than Mystery Food X in Persona 4? Can it be any better than the mystery food that Nanako cooks up for Narukami? Good question.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Ah, yes, the rancid gravy from Persona 3 Avian, well remembered. Even the Gourmet King didn't know what to make of that one.
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
So are we ready for a plot twist where it turns out Heismay has been trying to find who really is responsible, and it turns out to actually be a human or a gigantic monster?
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
And also, have you noticed, there's another...
There's a runner.
There's another runner nearby as well, so we're going to come across whoever that is.
Let's see here.
That's the giant sandworm's nest.
Let's see.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you.
Yes, we've been saving the rancid, decaying moths and the dredges of dog feces. You're welcome.
Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
When thinking of desserts, you might think of a parfait, you might think of a nice Greek yogurt, you might think of a cheesecake. You don't think of sandworm entrails.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
A little squelch.
'Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
Ah, butter coffee. That was bad. But I know of worse. I know of much, much worse. Avian, I have not forgotten.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay?
I'm going to need a lot of beauty sleep, trust me. I'll see you in the next 7,000 years if you give me beauty sleep. And even then, it's probably not going to work.
Oh man, feels like forever since slept in a real bed. Bet we'll sleep like larks tonight.
Ah, we've got a informed man.
Ah, don't mind me. I only just arrived here just now. So it's not like I overheard that conversation you just had with Barden. And even if I did hear something, it's not like I'd tell anybody. I never would have made it as a professional informant if I didn't know how to handle sensitive information. That's right. If there's anything you want to know about this city, simply ask me. You can always find me here.
But it's not letting me buy anything from him now. That's interesting.
Got a moment?
We're going to Castamar. We're not particularly familiar with this area. Why don't we call it a night?
Spoil sport.
Pleasure to see you.
As requested by Barden, this entire tavern has been reserved for your party's private use today. I had to kick out a house full of drunkards for this, so I hope you're all worth it. Still, nice of you to come all this way, traveller. Please make yourselves comfortable. The beds are in the back past the door next to the desk. In the meantime, drink a barrel of beer. Put some money in, I tell you, cheap little bastard. Oh, the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Matira is a fine city indeed, which makes his highest offences all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the man's given into despair. Yes, you've heard about the references to the supposed punishment stream. Well, it was not a punishment stream as such. It was actually an idea to help basically like challenges as part of it. Unfortunately, despite being on for 24 hours and 15 minutes, YouTube didn't record it. It's not been recorded. It's lost media, I'm afraid. We played through Crisis Core from start to finish in one stream. We did the entire game. But unfortunately, as I said before, I found out that day, Caesar, that there is a 12-hour period, and after that there's a chance it will record. Yeah, I bet if you buy a monetized partner YouTube channel, if you're just a regular Joe like us, they'll be like, "Nah, we ain't recording that shit," and struck off. So if I ever do one of those again, I would break it up into 3 parts with breaks every 8 hours to guarantee that it'll be recorded. So maybe next summer, keep an eye out for that. Oh, what the hell? Ah, I know what I did. I accidentally picked the analyze button. Finally 3 of those tiny rubber bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing beats the bed in an inn.
Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runner, so I rest a little easier in an inn. I wish Nuris would come inside with us, but suppose the runner is a castle and he is its king. Yeah, I would say it was really good actually, Caesar. We ended up raising 250 quid in the stream and donations before and after it. And then because of the company I work for, they actually matched what I'd raised. So we ended up raising £500 to help the homeless, which was awesome. And I say it was a very challenging. The hardest part with it was around about how long would it have been into the stream? Around about 11 to 12 hours into the stream, I was dressed in his costume, which was like a really thick devil's jacket, and it was unbelievably hot. And that was the hardest part of the stream by far. Once I got into something more casual after that, it was motoring all the way to the end. I even went into overtime. Supposed to finish at 24 hours, and I was right at the final part of it. I thought, bollocks to it, we're finishing the climb. We're finishing it.
Good night.
Best mount.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So who's betting I'll get the bad ending where no king is crowned? It's happened before.
It's gorgeous out.
Wow, what beautiful weather. I think we might have overslept though.
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They all went to Kiringate Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs in Stairstone Market. Indeed we can, but first of all, let's see if there's anything knocking around here. They all have kind of like... I'm not handing any new bounties at the moment. Everyone's caught up with the incidents. You know the ones. I think reception should be open again by tomorrow. But can a guy like you really handle a bounty anyway? Yeah, you'd be surprised, my friend. You'd be very, very surprised. What's this lady got to say?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, those rumours of the actions just make my skin crawl. I can't stop thinking the buggers may be crawling around as we speak. I want to run away, but I can't leave the farm. See, when you don't have a gauntlet runner, leaving is no trifling matter.
More people missing.
What you sell?
Hello there.
Welcome. Care for some water? You won't find a more refreshing drink anywhere else. Ah, we can buy some water. We can also buy some mellow milk. Okay, why not? And some fruit cordial, which restores 30 MP, so that could come in handy as well. And I'll buy a few more of these while I can.
Actually,
The land of Kulundula is blessed with an abundance of nature, you know. Well, if you ignore the desert, don't sweat the details. And our water full of natural minerals. Consider pairing it with the milk you've been buying this town. Milk and water. It will thin the milk out. I don't know if it'll improve the taste much. Now you listen here. I'm saying this for your own good, alright? You never know when the kidnapper is gonna show up. So if you're gonna leave Dune, by your eyes, man, go somewhere safer. Even if you want to leave getting kidnapped, I'll tell you that much. The vacant man, yes, he's got the apathy syndrome, Persona 3 people. It's crossed into the fantasy universe. Right, that's the way out of town. We don't want to go there. We want to head up to the stairs, don't we? We want to go in this direction.
now what am I to do?
Go for a lie down. Oh, it's the Sanctus. Let's see what they have to say.
Ah, closure.
The one recently taken was a friend of my daughter's, and she was so young. I'm afraid my daughter will be next.
You must pray, for what else can we do? God shall provide. Yeah, how Middle Ages of you, my friend.
So, are you all the ones bored and said we're here to help, or what's your business here?
What?
We have business in Kringate Castle. Can we get there going this way? The castle, eh? In that case, you ought to take those stairs on the other side of town. Not that you can't get to the castle this way, but... Well, it's just an unpopular little byway is all. Times like these, don't you agree it's safer to be where there's lots of people?
All good.
You're right. We shouldn't be taking any weird detours. Thanks.
Interesting, so the game's telling us not to go this way, even though apparently you can get there. That suggests there's more that we need to know.
An elder candidate?
Yes, Martyra, the old castle town.
Here we go.
Banished to set up an appointment at the castle. Let's head there.
What'll I do here?
My daughter's gone missing. Please, help me find her.
Mom, it's been 3 weeks since she went missing. It pains me to see it, but...
No, I refuse to believe it. Children aren't just getting snatched up like that.
What'll I do here?
I can understand why the mother would think that way. She'd not want to be seeing anything else. Ah, we have a workshop here.
Okay.
Can we get new gear?
I need some sort of weapon. Otherwise, I can't protect my family from the kidnappers.
What'll it be?
I guarantee the quality of our weapons. Go ahead and take a look. Yeah, so we've now got a new weapon, which is a sword for demi-humans. The Damascus Shamsir, which is a sturdy great sword. And that's forged from desert ores. The Partisan, which is a new... So we've got quite a lot of new equipment, shall we say. We've got our crossbows and all other kinds of things available here. So, interestingly, we can use the Ebony Abacus, which is new. But I don't know if it'll change... It'll up our attack by 50, which is a lot. And that's only 8,000... Oh, what the hell? There's a special abacus for 55,000, which massively increases attack, increases damage against mimic-type monsters, and increases all stats. Now the question is, can I sell much? Yes, I can, actually.
Now then. Now then.
That's helpful. I don't think there's anything else that I want to sell right now. I've got all this weaponry, but I don't want to sell it. For now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to wait. It might be that I'll get decent chance to pick it up later. I can afford it. But just because I can afford it, doesn't mean I should buy it. Especially when there's armor to pick up as well. This is part of the issue.
Hey.
Hey, do you hear that? It's coming from above.
Stop that at once!
Listen to me, insolent child. You are not to go out of doors. But I'm bored of being in the house. Let me go to Alaf's. No, Alaf he's... Oh, never you mind. You're behind is staying here.
Ooh. You're behind is staying here.
What'll I do here?
Yeah, I don't want to entertain that one much further. That's given me thoughts that I don't want in my head. Moving on. Hey, yeah, let's ride the saw because we can. Bloody hell. We're supposed to just go out of about our lives and so we could strike from shadows at any moment. We should just offer up some convicts and unwanted children, say. You know any older any older no one would miss? I'm sorry, that was a joke that went too far. But I'm worried, I tell you. Putting my foot in my mouth now and then. Can you blame me? You can't blame fear for being racist, mate. That's not happening. You don't get a pass for that. Not in my country. Sod off. Rich, poor, man, woman, hell, even child. Doesn't matter to them, they're ruthless. Usually you kidnap someone, you got a purpose, yeah? But not here. It's downright spine-chilling, it is.
Wow.
You're a new face. Oh, are you the helper lad I heard about? Didn't expect you to be an older. Well, I suppose you're right. Besides, I'm grateful to you slugged all the way out here in that massive gauntlet runner. Not that I doubt you or anything. If Barden appointed you, then you have my support. No exceptions. You think a kidnapper's scary, but this eyes mate fella's beyond the pale. I heard he can command illusions. Anything's possible when he's able to abduct folk right off the street. You better be damn careful is all. Illusions, eh? That's interesting. Wonder what that means.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Afraid I've sold out of meat today.
And what's all that hanging behind you?
Need to get out there and restock, you know. Do come back another time if you're craving some meat, okay?
You.
What do you want? You're interested in this rot with all the faces?
Let's not.
Is now really the time to give speeches? I mean, it's a good idea, but you gotta work on your timing.
Oh, okay, fine. I wasn't planning to give a speech, but never mind. Ah, so that's another way. Watch that with the same route I took before, and it makes no sudden difference. Ah, there's our crew. They're waiting for us. I've just seen them. Yes, we're taking it slow in my game, people. My time is set a lot. Can't even let my wee ones out of the house because of the kidnappings. The poor bairns are fair mopey about it, bless them. When I told General Barden as much, his face fell like a dropped eye. He's a pure heart, our General is. But aye, never mind that. Off to fight eyes, may are you? Keep your guard up then. Rumour has it he's got some passing skill. They say he's faster than any soldier. But nobody could so much as nick him. Must be quick on his feet. So he's one of those we need to slow down somehow. I'm guessing it might be dropping his stats, maybe? Ooh, we can check them on the door.
What's this building here? This is going to be using it. What a waste.
Yes. Very intriguing, that.
Well met.
You're late. Poor Barden's been waiting on tenterhooks. Apparently the lady has graciously agreed to meet with us. Best not to keep her waiting, Let's be about it.
The castle looks positively ancient. I wasn't expecting this city to have such a rich history. Before the kidnapping started, I imagined this city knew peace. Let's get the details from the lady of the castle.
I've awaited you.
So you've all come. Fantastic. Lady Joanna is waiting in seed. Let's go right now, if that's all right.
Aye, yes.
Please, come this way then.
May I present Lady Joanna? sanctuaress, and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctuaress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
She's not long for this world, is she? The moment the Sanctus find out she's doing that, she'll be... I don't trust Forden as far as I can throw him.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Well, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Everyone has to gather information. We should ask around too.
Yeah, we've already been speaking to quite a few people and gained it. One of the big ones seems to be about illusions. So he's walking past unseen. It sounds like he's got some kind of shape-shifting spells or something. He may also have a class inside him that allows him to find that out. I'm not sure. What have you got to say?
Boy, you there. Can I talk to you for a bit? Heard that you're going to catch that Heisme for us. Now, I just wanted to give you my thanks. You see, my wife, she's one of the people that have gone missing.
My thanks to you.
I don't know if it can be of any help to you, but please, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Unfortunately, no, I don't know much about them, I'm afraid. Sorry I can't be of help. You want to ask the others around here, though. The shopkeepers might know more.
Oh, good.
Really? That's at the Station Market, right? Let's try asking around there.
Right, so he's told us nothing of value other than what we were already going to speak with. But that's the joys of information gathering, people. You have to be prepared to spend a lot of money, and you have to be prepared to listen to a lot of guff. There's also the informant guy at the tavern. He's going to be crucial, I think. I think he's going to have some really useful intel. Well, let's chat to the meat later.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Afraid I sold out of meat today.
So, hey.
Oh, no, that's okay. We're after information more than meat today. You don't even know anything about a giant sandworm, do you? Only that, it's dangerous. When I go out hunting, I give them a wide berth. Wow, impressed that you go out there alone. Still, do you know anyone who might know something? Let me see now. You might want to try asking that fella by the armor shop. He's got quite a fondness for sandworm larvae.
Yeah, because we did eat it, so evidently we're getting clues. What have you got to say?
Giant sandworm? Why are you asking me? It's a fruit stand, you realise? You really think I'm a bit of a dangerous bug like that? Me, the fruit seller?
I don't know, maybe you found that it pairs with peaches or something by eating the larvae. It's possible.
What'll I do here?
We've already had that conversation. Let's talk to this guy.
What is it?
Giant sandworm. We Martyrans love our edible grubs, but we're a bit indifferent to their inedible parents. Larvae's my personal favourite, but I know little about them before they make it to the kitchen. I can't recall it. Oh wait, hang on, I just thought of someone. There was a merchant yesterday at the tavern boasting he'd gotten real close to the sandworm's den. If that's true, it'd be quite the fate. Maybe he's still in town.
That's some good info. Maybe this merchant's still nearby. Let's ask around Thoroughfare Square.
Thoroughfare Square. Meanwhile, what have you got to say, Stroll? It seems we missed the mark with our assumptions. I've spoken with the guard corps, but they know little or less. Yeah, they also seem to have less of an appetite for it. In here, is there anyone else who can give me the information? We can get an item appraised, apparently. Huh? Customer, what this armor you're looking for? Go ahead and take a look. Nice! It's a stronger abacus for Flynn. Awesome. Meanwhile, superior rusted armor. And that's silver cuirass, which doesn't help any of us. No matter. Meanwhile, in terms of armor, the Damascus vest, which can reduce its damage from being hit by your weakness. There's the Recluse's clothes, which makes for easy evasive maneuvers, so it's an evasion booster more than anything else. And then finally, there's that one which is worn by mid-ranking sanctors during prayer. That's useful, so it shows you who can use them for certain classes. That's quite clever. So if I go to equipment, I can give Flynn a nice new abacus. I do love that design though. And with cash-fueled almighty skills. So by the power of money, you can win the battle. It's almost like paying for DLC and using Izanagi no Akami Pikaro in the original Persona 5. Or paying to use the Mitamas in Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Hey, did you hear? It's coming from above. This might be that scene that we've already heard. Yeah, it's exactly the same scene. So we don't need to pay attention to that. Let's go down to Thoroughfare Square then.
An elder candidate? No.
What's Hulkenberg got to say?
Questioning would do us a little good. With so few to question. What about you? Any leads to report?
So it is possible.
Ah, fine work. I recall seeing a shopkeeper to myself thereabouts.
No, looks like a travelling merchant.
Hello there.
What's this? You all, you got some business with me or something?
Hey.
Were you the one at the tavern yesterday? We heard there was a merchant who got close to the giant sandworm.
And I know where it stays. Absolutely, mate. I'll be going to sleep within the hour myself anyway. So thanks for checking it out, mate. You take care. And hopefully see you another time. Close to the giant sandworm? Bloody hell, that's amazing. But you got the wrong guy. I've just got to town. But here, there's some rare weapons and armor to be found here. City's in a bad way right now, but it seems I'm not the only merchant who's a mind to stock up.
Okay.
Got it. So that's just why merchant could have gone near the worm recently. Let's look around the square a bit more. Maybe we can get some more information.
Think on it.
Oh, this headache. Well and truly destroyed. Nasty little hangover, this. Ugh, blimey, I'm embarrassed just thinking about yesterday. Why the hell did I go and do something like that?
Can hardly think on it. Can hardly think on it.
Right, so we need to find some more information. I think he's our merchant, but we need someone to tell us. Again, it's an old RPG trope.
What you want to know?
You were at the tavern. What's your business with me? Well, we're looking for a merchant. What about something to say about a giant sandworm yesterday? Oh, that guy from last night. Yeah, he was blathering so loud. You heard him whether or not you wanted to. Why don't you ask him yourself, eh? I know your next question is plain as day, but where is he? I'm this town's informant, you see. I could tell you where that merchant is, among other things. But information isn't free, friend. How's 150 reeve sound?
Thank you kindly.
Just like I knew you would. Now then, deal's a deal. It's the Ishka in front of the fountain just there. He drank so much yesterday at the tavern he's about to have taken a bath. Now he's hungover. Yes! We finally got some useful information out of this guy! Now let's go talk to the fountain and talk to the merchant.
Yes, it costs us 150 reeve, but it's fine. We can afford it.
More people missing. I can hardly think on it.
Ugh, my head. What is it? You got business with me? Hey, is it true you got pretty close to the giant sandworms den? How'd you manage to do that to tell the tale? Right. Tell you the truth, I didn't get that close to it. I just found the giant sandworm husk, that was it. And the bar was excited and, well, pretty drunk. Anyway, at some point the story turned into me waltzing right onto the sandworm, staring it down, and I regret that now.
No good.
Well, great. No one seems to have any information. It's almost sunset too. Let's meet in the town for now. I'll go gather everyone else.
Not a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
It is far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there? Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you.
Ah, this guy. He turned up in the Grand Trad. He's important. Not only because of his eyes, but that portrait. He's turned up multiple times now.
I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm. The wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight around here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms. Eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past him. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
That information is all we needed. Thanks for the help.
Good luck out there. And don't worry, no charge for the advice, eh? Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sand flash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworms' territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Miras.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh?
I think something just reacted.
What is this?
Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking...
It sounds like it's some kind of rail gun.
Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start.
For a moment, it's like the last black light was blinding.
Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
We rest inside the Golem Room for today at Nura's request.
Time marches on.
Oh, so we lost the day.
The new king draws nearer.
Right, I've got his quest to do, so I want to get on with it if I can. Oh, no. We're going to go and see, more.
Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
Are you talking about that thing inside the Gauntlet Runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land.
So we'll get fast travel.
Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling?
Oh, we're back in Grand Shrad.
Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. And I wasn't there in the concept phase. When they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but... What do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Can he really use his teleportation magic? I just have to try.
Yeah, because the game's not going to progress if we still lock ourselves out, so it's going to work. Video game logic 101. So what we need to do now is go down to the engine room.
What?
Anyway, we need to be able to head back. Let's go to the engine room.
That's...
What's going on? Whatever it is, I entrust it to you, Flynn. I've had enough of missed deadlines on that road.
We haven't missed our deadlines, though. We smashed our deadline. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna drop this on another save slot. Wow, there's no information to display. We can't see any of that.
I can hardly follow such turns. I never thought His Highness's gauntlet runner would hold such a secret.
Oh, dash it.
Well, well, you can knock me down with a feather. I always thought something was strange. I'd thought it to be a type of igniter, but when I tried fueling it with magic, it was quiet as a mouse. I ran up and down the castle, asking the other court engineers, but nobody had an answer. Couldn't even tell who put the blasted thing into the design. Let me think of a place we've already been to.
Where to?
I'll focus on Materia as our destination.
It reacted! The lad really is the key to triggering it!
Oh, hey! Are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust him.
It's Martira. They really are back.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
One quick thing here. If we're randomly materializing out of nowhere, isn't this going to terrify everybody? Aren't we going to suddenly be seen as a devil, being able to travel halfway across the continent at will?
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude.
Okay, if I'll give you that one. Most of them have horns, maybe the shoe fits.
You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, they'll not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
It won't work, she's not been to Brylehaven.
No reaction.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Oh, bless him.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
Yep, so to capture Heisman, you must be well prepared. You can grow stronger by accepting requests around town, such as the Martira Recruitment Center. Now that the mission has begun, your base operations has been changed to Martira. Each time a new operation begins, the town you stay will become your base, and departure date is the 2nd of July, so try to be well prepared. And if you want to return to previous location on the world map, press R1, we can teleport there using magic. Teleporting does not pass time, so feel free to return to previous towns to complete unfinished requests or meet with followers.
Oh, that's right.
So?
We're going up against a strong opponent, so we better make sure we're as strong as we can get to. Speaking of, I saw some bounties up at the recruitment center.
We apparently have a reportable quest. Ah! So according to this, we can go and return to Maria. Out of curiosity, I'm going to try it, see if it'll let me do it. It said go in there doesn't pass time.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Hey, we have a teleport image now. And here we are, back in Grand Trad. Ah, there's the executioner again. As long as I'm doing the executions, I'll never get killed myself. Pretty smart thinking, eh? Yeah, my own tribe hates me for it. Many have sabotaged me for it. But what choice do I have? Not be a killer? Hate to be that guy, but don't be a killer. Let's chat with Fabienne. Oh, there's Hulkenberg, too.
We'd made a promise to train together, hadn't we?
On second thought, I prefer not to cross swords in town.
No, it'll be better to find a large, secluded place.
The deck of the runner, perhaps. Come speak to me next time we're aboard. Ah. So when we're on the journey, travelling affords opportunities to strengthen bonds with allies. So if an ally wishes to speak while we're on the road, do try to make time. That's useful.
What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be out travelling now? Oh dear. Did you plan to announce your candidacy fail? What do you mean by that? What? You can now return to Grand Trad in an instant? Your Gauntlet Runner is extra special. What does that mean? Well, you don't seem to be in a particular defeated mood, so I suppose I've got no reason not to believe you. And I assume that means you'll be showing your face around here more often, right? Oh, thank goodness. Maria. Well, she's holed herself up in a room. If only we could take her mind off things.
Yep, show the tree.
Oh, you have pictures from your trip to give Maria? That's kind of you. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll fetch her from her room. Would you mind keeping an eye on things down here? And I'll tell her about your traveling magic works. I gave it to Maria. She really lit it up, so thank you.
We did it.
Yay!
Still, I'm not popping in to show her pictures is the wisest idea. She puts up her face, but she's still not past it all yet. I mean, you're in the middle of a journey, aren't you? If you turn around and leave again, I'm sure the poor girl's heart could take it.
With my overflowing tolerance, I was able to convey how dedicated I am to Maria and helping her with her loneliness.
Well, you really have kept her in your thoughts, haven't you? Then maybe you'll be doing her a favour. Go spend some quality time, Maria. I'm sure she'll enjoy hearing about your travels.
Thank you.
Will you come with me then?
Let's use this one day.
And so...
She'd been down for so long. Not that I expected her to be a giggling ball of energy after all that's happened. But she still feels the need to put on a brave face.
About that.
Even when she's with you, Fabienne? I wouldn't be here fretting over her otherwise. There aren't many who see Grius as a hero who tried to take down a tyrant, but this city has its fair share of Louis supporters. I worry about what would happen if more people found out Maria is his daughter. So I sat down and very clearly explained to keep their relationship secret, and she promised. But now she's acting like nothing's wrong. The poor girl can't talk to anyone about her feelings.
My heart aches for her.
You...
And that's where you come in. I wanted to ask a favor of you. I think the inn suffocates her. Would you mind taking her somewhere to talk? Even if all you do is lend her an ear, she would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to help, leave it to me. Ever the reliable one, aren't you? I have a feeling Marie will open up to you.
You're a big help.
Thank you for doing me this favor. I'll fetch Maria then. It's been such a long time since I went for a walk. Thank you for coming today, mister.
Here.
Oh, I remember this place. When we first came to the capital, I felt down around here. I couldn't see anything because it was really dark. And then Papa, he just patted me on the head and said, "You okay?" Hey, mister.
Sure.
Don't worry, you can tell me anything. Oh, it's just... never mind. I mean, there's something. A whole lot of somethings. But I'm not sure which one to ask first.
Oi there!
I heard that would be assassin used to live around here. Ah, you mean the madman who tried to kill Luis? Yeah, him. Can you believe some washed up mercenary thought he'd be able to take out Luis? Maybe he went mad from hunger. Last thing we need is more guardsmen prowling about because of him.
Why don't we keep walking?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me stories about your journeys. The ones about places outside of Grand Trad.
Maria and I walked around aimlessly as we talked about various things.
Yeah, that right, yeah, that's art.
Oh, it's the freak.
Excuse me.
Pardon me?
Stop.
Please don't scribble there. That's Miss Fabienne's house.
Ew, gross, get away from me.
I'm okay.
That was your own fault. You had it coming.
Right.
Yeah, I heard your parents didn't even want you. So that's why a Perippus had to take you in.
Wow, these boys are little jerks, aren't they? And yeah, it's a bit like Millhouses from The Simpsons, but wasn't intended.
Yeah, I heard my mum say there's some weird half-blood kid living in Dodgy Inn. I bet she was talking about you.
Apologise to her, now.
Shut up, stupid head. I'm out of here.
Am I weird?
No.
You're not weird at all, Maria.
You mean it?
I'm sorry.
There's some dirt got on the picture you gave me. I'm really sorry. I was so happy when you gave it to me. You didn't forget your promise.
It'll be fine.
I would never forget a promise.
Oh.
Okay.
I do feel better when I look at your picture. I know you're traveling all over and doing your best, mister. That's why I have to do my best too.
I can sense Maria's vigorous determination and the unshakable trust she's placed in me.
I wanted to show Papa too.
Yep, so we can now reduce the cost of studying the healer lineage.
Was it true when they said my parents didn't want me? Nobody tells me the truth about anything. They all just say that I'm still a kid. Do you not want to tell me because I'm a kid? They don't want to say it was my fault Papa died?
No.
That's not true at all.
Then why? Why can't I see Papa again? We have to get back to Miss Fabienne's.
By the way.
There's not too much trouble. Can you,
Maria.
I'll come visit you again, Maria.
Okay.
Okay, promise. So, see you later, alright?
Parted ways with Maria and returned to the group. Yep, so it's brought us into night. You can travel safely between towns at night using teleportation magic. Don't forget to keep an eye out for your followers' voices. You seem promising, but... Ah, so Brigitte wants the conversation. What about that shady guy sitting in front of the square? The whole material's doing anyway.
Non's a shite, this ass.
What do you want to know?
What is it you'd like something to know?
Ah.
Here's the real skinny.
There are shops of all sizes in Martira. You can buy Bidu meat and Moroconi meat from the butcher, and a specialty item called melon milk from the water shop. In addition, there are some stands where children sell rock beans or fragrant spice and such. There's a village not far off with Orgo sugar, and there's also a kid selling plant seeds over on Cattle Rocket Road. Well, you can't eat those till you grow them. Martira has a fine selection of goods. The people are honest country folk who'd be proud to sell you a variety of seed and harvest. Yep, so that's in that.
Non's a shite, this ass. What now?
Then quest, meanwhile. Yeah, so we need to go to Camaro, wherever it is.
Alright then. Where to?
Isn't that...
Just gonna quickly save my game here. And I want to see if I can have a chat with Brigitte, because she's the merchant.
Isn't that...
Which, of course, is Flynn's current archetype. Yeah, see. Meanwhile, there's Katarina, who we've yet to find. We've not seen her for ages. She's disappeared. But Brigitte will rank up. Also, Moore wants to have a conversation, so we can do with him as well. I need to do some more of this. Let's go and find out what she has to say.
Now what am I to do?
This is so weird, travelling around like that.
Didn't you leave Grand Trad? Well, no matter. I'll not begrudge you your secrets. So, you haven't told anyone about it? So be it. You and I are collaborators now. Well then, shall we discuss your assignment?
Now then.
Alright, come in.
Now then.
This is what I want you to handle. I want you to feed it, play with it. Generally take care of it until I return.
So, Avian, it appears we have a doggo to care for. Look at its ears, look at its tail.
Listen.
There's one rule, however. You cannot let anyone else find out there's a dog here. No exceptions, no mistake.
What?
Is that it? That sounds simple.
Yes.
It is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say I want no mistakes. I'm sure you're aware of this anti-igniter crowd around here. The fools who believe igniters will destroy the world. Even beyond them, there are plenty of people in this world who would jump at the chance to do something cruel than kill me.
We even barked.
That's why.
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so I have to hide it. I'm entrusting this matter to you.
Why?
Why do you want to keep it for if you're forced to hide it? I could tell you because it's how like animals. It's up to you whether you choose to believe that. Anyways, follow the rules I gave you. Betray me and you can be sure I'll make you and your friends regret it.
That's right.
Her name is... No, never mind. Call it what you want.
I'm not really sure why, but I've been entrusted to take care of Brigitte's dog.
It seems strangely attracted to you already.
Look at it.
I suppose you have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an igniter.
Why?
Did you look into my background?
Utterly naive.
If it could impact my igniter's business, it's my job to know about it. And that's not all. Word has it you and your entourage can transfer your bodies for combat somehow.
Speaking of...
Long ago, there once existed an ultimate magic. They say the hero king of legend wielded a power very much like yours. Though I sincerely doubt you'll be following in his footsteps.
You.
I had a feeling that you'd be all over that one, Avian.
I'll be frank, Flynn. You're bad for business. But that's precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. I'm selling igniters because they turn a profit. But I hate the damn things from the bottom of my heart. But this is a world dominated by igniters. As long as you've got the money, you've got almost all the power you want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top make a lot of profit of bleeding the downtrodden dry. The strong get ever stronger, and the weak are only cast even further down.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, and so I endeavour to help you break this wretched wheel. If nothing else, it'll be amusing, no?
I can sense Brigitta's faint expectations and trust towards me. Yay, so that's ranked up now as well.
Yet still they oppose me.
So we got cheaper studying the merchant lineage now.
Farewell.
You should go home for today. I'll give you your pay.
Huh?
Already? That's all you wanted me to do today? You've exceeded my expectations already. You made the dog like you. Something impossible for me.
So apparently the doggo doesn't even like her.
See you.
Until next time, we'll be waiting. Or at least the dog will.
Yep. So it seems we now have a doggo to look after.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
I just hope that I've not screwed myself over by using a day.
Nonetheless.
So, these sand flashes. Do you think we can really rely on something as unknowable as the movements of the wind?
It seems so. According to the fortune teller, the signs continue to appear just as expected. Good. No change to our plans then. Let's prepare as best we can.
We got a major bargain.
It's Idols Day, which means the stores have plenty of bargains. If you had your eye on something, today's the day.
Ah. Today's shopping day, is it? Okay. Maybe I'll take a look at that, see if they've got any special armor. Meanwhile, who's... Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, my apologies. You're all right there? That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Have we just had something stolen from us?
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh no! Grius' dagger is missing.
Oh, we're not having that.
Let's chase after him. I don't see him anywhere. Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast?
Maybe he's our mysterious person we're hunting.
Come on.
Hey, you! That guy who stole our dagger. Any idea where he went?
No.
I may not. I have no reason to give you that information. That's true, but I mean, that dagger's really important to us.
Oh?
Is it? Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't go lending a hand to everyone who puts one out. Oh, come on! Not even a hint?
Oh, bollocks. Come on. Seriously?
I'll be off.
Apologies, but this time I got into more profitable endeavors. Little elder, run along now. I wish you luck.
No. And what of it?
Cute, but you have to do better than that.
There's no point threatening him. Let's talk to this dude.
Oh, what'll I do?
Ugh, can't you believe I'm going to lose my job over something that's not my fault at all?
I know what's in your mind, but it's serious. What's wrong?
The fairy? Oh, aren't you the mercenaries who had sent down eyes, mate? You lot came here in that giant gauntlet runner. As far as your runner goes, can you spare me a moment? Our town secured a great number of carrier pigeons so we could maintain communication with the cities, but they were all requisitioned by officials in the capital.
How did this happen?
Seems like they need them for the tournament or some such, but we rely on those pigeons for trading medicine and foodstuffs, so their loss threatens our very way of living. That's why we desperately need to procure a practical pigeon parcel from Camero by July 11th.
What'll I do?
But no one wants to go out with a kidnapper about, so I've got no volunteers. In addition to that, there's no end of beast I need to go through. And since I was the pigeon's caretaker, there's a good chance that I can't keep my job if things continue like this. If that happens, I may as well lie down in the gutter and die like a dog.
Stupendous.
But that's where you and that gauntlet runner of yours come in. Please save my job. Save the town. Of course, the guy should work for free. Let's see, is 7,500 reeve enough?
I'd so love you.
Oh, thank you kindly. In that case, I'd like you to go buy one of the practical pigeon parcel for me. I'll need by July 11th if you could. Here, let me show you how to get to Camero too. The merchants in Camero have other rare goods besides eggs too. I'm sure you'll find plenty of things there that'll be useful for your travels.
Let's give it a shot.
We've got 12 days for that one, so we don't have to rush. And the great thing with that is it also allows us to do the mission for Nuera as well.
That reminds me.
Isn't this the village near us we're talking about? Remember that story about the old man and the relic? Yeah, it's the village is about the old man as we go.
Yes, so I've unlocked that area now, so that's useful. However, I'm trying to find...
We don't have so much time to spare, but if we stop by the village on the way out, another task, it should be alright.
Oh, sorry, I was just lost in thought.
I'm sorry.
Forgive me. It isn't a subject to rush through in a place like this. It must be at Halaya's hometown. I should catch him next time we're on the move so we can discuss it at length.
More people missing.
Now... And what of it?
Yeah, cute, but you have to do better than that. I'm guessing that we're not going to be able to resolve this because we're not getting any threatening information.
Now what am I to do?
Yeah, we're not getting any intel. With everything gone, they'll need all hands on deck. I've got to get out on patrol, so I'm sorry we'll be closed on July 2nd to July 4th. Oh, you're the one that took care of that bounty in Tredia Desert, aren't you? I've heard the rumours.
Tredia Desert's south of Grand Trade, right? How'd you know that? The royal capital's pretty far from here.
Don't underestimate the military. Each city shares information on bounties. No, I'm not at liberty to tell you how we do it.
Good hunting to you.
Anyway, you can look at a list of bounties from across the country regardless of where you are and accept them too. So fight your hardest to clear them up, alright? We've already accepted that one. That's a new one, the Goborn King Forest Champion. So you need to slay a Goblin King in the Imp's Den east of Martira, defeating Goborns and blackmail lure it out. And the informant can have more information.
Don't get yourself killed.
This is a bounty contract for the Goborn King. An impressive name if it only wasn't for Goborn rabble who provided over.
Yeah.
We're familiar with Goborns. They're pretty common and easy to handle.
Not quite. They'll attack you with swords and bows as well as magic. The boss won't come out if you expect the underlings. They're much tougher than you expect.
So how about it? We need funds for infiltrating Heismay's hideout.
Excellent. In that case, the Goborns are skulking in Imp's Den northeast of Martira. When the king's not around, a magic-wielding Goborn appears in battle with the Horde. Take him out and the big guy should appear. The mages wear black cloth. I bet you could get more information about the target from Martira's informant. Not fond of having to rely on him, but desperate times. Bring me the Imp's loincloth once you've taken care of him. In exchange, you'll get your reward.
Let's do it.
Yep, so we got that as well. And so that one's not got a deadline, so it's not high priority.
Let's see here.
So we've now got that available as well.
Just a sec.
Hey, where are we going? We can't just barge in there.
That wasn't what I was trying to do, but okay.
Now what am I to do?
Looks like I need to raise my knowledge.
Oi!
Let's see what's on Cattle Rocket Road. I'm interested. Ah, yes. Very different place.
This is the pits.
Ugh, are you the help they sent for? Didn't think you'd be an elder. But what are you doing here? Nothing around these parts but all wells.
Ah, that's the way out of town into the road.
Hey, listen.
I guess it's over then.
Hey there, you won't be heading into that well now, would you? I've been hearing eerie cries coming from below. It makes me hair stand on end, it does. Stay away if you know what's good for you. Ah, here's where the kids are selling weird stuff.
Excuse me?
Hey, Elder? Yeah, you, Mr. Elder. How do you prefer your Valmo, roasted or stewed? No, you're joking. You got to have Valmo slow roasting, mister. All proper skills are Valmo stewed. You shouldn't probably tell you like turnspit Valmo. They'll know you're not a connoisseur. Ugh, that's what I need to talk to you about, Valmo, Mr. Elder. Are you interested in any spicy foods? Ta-da! Rock beans. You can cook some yummy dishes with these. Boss got fragrant spice and the hero's fruit seed. I'm selling it to the old Paul Bar.
Can we talk?
Let's go.
Thank you, mister.
Thanks, Mr. Elder. Come round again anytime you like.
Wow, this kid here.
Hey, mister.
Oi, Longshanks, how'd you like your Valmo? Term roasted or stewed? What? No. It's only got us on the spit. You got a child's palate, pal. Didn't you let the sea girl over there that'll know you like stewed Valmo? Should talk your ear off. Like she's found some kindred spirit. You're both minging. Well, whatever, I guess. Since you're here, want to buy these bugs I've caught? Well, my bugs are fresh from these parts. Aye, it sounds dangerous, but without trade, how's an urchin like me to pay for a room or board, aye? You should be able to use these as bait when you're fishing too. Never tried myself, but I'd be a natural.
Let's go for the worm bait. So there is a fishing game somewhere in this one. So what I need to do now is decide where we're going next on the next part of the game. Because looking at the time, I think we're about to wrap things up. Purely because we just had that situation happen with the knife. I get the feeling that we can't carry that quest on until we get the level of knowledge needed to get through his defences. And I reckon by doing that, we will be able to forge a potential support with him. Find out more about the guy. So for now, that is where we're going to wrap things up for the evening. I know it's a bit premature, but I'm not going to be able to spend 8 minutes doing something. There's not much point. So, we've gone out of place. We've found ourselves a new way of travelling. We've got into a one-on-one battle. And then we found the magic of teleporting fast across the country. And of course, we got ourselves a doggo. So we're going to be back on Wednesday evening when we carry on our playthrough of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, protecting Estelle from all the mean comments she gets. But until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And Brigit. Of course the doggo was going to like us. All doggos do.
More people missing. More people missing.